And we're back.
We're back. So anyway, yeah, going back, I mean, we can have a whole show just on raw food. But there's a couple of great movies right now that came out actually last year in 2008. And the one that sticks to my mind right now, for those of you that are suffering from like diabetes, is one that I would highly recommend. And it's called what is it? Raw in 30 Days. How to Reverse Diabetes in 30 Days, I think it's called.
Yeah, I think Reversing Diabetes in 30 Days.
Yeah, and you can look that one up online. It's a great film on, they took like these candidates and that had diabetes and for a month they put them on a raw food diet, and within like really 10 days more than half of them already had stopped taking all their medicines, etc., etc. Basically you can reverse diabetes, and you can reverse most of the like heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and a lot of skin disorders are all related to nutrition. So you can reverse a lot of things by eating healthy. And the other one that I recently saw, which I think is excellent, is one that's called Food Matters, and it's online as well, and you can check it out. It's excellent documentary on why we need to eat right.
Okay, so the thing that always is always a question for me is how I don't cook, I don't even prepare food, I eat. So how can somebody in our modern American culture anyway, what's the easiest way for them to do all this without a whole lot of fuss and muss? I mean, I know everybody always, you hear these people talk and they're like, oh no, it's so easy, all you have to do is go to the market every day, and all you need to do is get all these vegetables, and they name 15,000 different fruits and vegetables that you've never heard of, and you gotta put this with this and this and this and this and this, and it's like somebody who barely can operate a mouse, and you're trying to explain to them how to program in C++. It's way over my head. I have no interest in doing any of that. I just want to pop the can and eat it, or open the box and eat it. So that's a real challenge for somebody who's not into food preparation. They're not into cooking or anything, but they want to eat healthy and nutritious. Have you found any solutions for people like that?
Yeah, I mean, there's no real magic bullet. I mean, it's like anything. It's how much you really want to change, and it's really up to you. What I can tell you is that it takes less time than cooking, believe it or not, and less thought and effort if you already have the ingredients there. And I only go to the supermarket maybe twice a week to get my natural or my whole foods and vegetables and fruits and things. And probably every 3 or 4 months I order things online for my powdered stuff. So what I would suggest is just know what these foods are, and then when you go to the grocery store, instead of choosing the Oreos, you choose the nuts maybe, and then you eat the nuts, and you want to try and eat raw nuts if at all possible, as opposed to like something that's
not
cooked.
Roasted, not salted.
Yeah, because you're getting more nutrients in general. They say that conventional food loses a lot of its nutrients because of the soil that it's grown on, and of course the pesticides that you're putting inside your body. But when you buy organic, now you're getting, say, 50 to 60% of the nutrients that it should have, more. And then if it's wild, then you're getting even more because it's not like farmed. And so it's important that you spend 20% more on the organic stuff, because you're getting twice as many nutrients, and you're going to be fuller. When you're eating these low nutrient foods, or conventional foods as they call them, you're going to be hungry in a few hours, because you're not getting the nutrition that you need. You get full because you're eating bulks of food, but you're not getting the nutrients. So that's why people in America especially are overweight, because they're constantly eating bad food.
So why not go 100% raw food?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone has their own reasons why. I know for me, I'm a very pragmatic person, so I can't just stop everything I'm doing now and start something totally new that I've never done before. That to me doesn't make any sense, but hey, you know, if it works for you, more power to you. I just can't do that. For me, it's been a very long and gradual process that's taken over 12, 15 years, because I mean, I took many nutrition courses in college, and although I knew a lot about nutrition, it's been a very long process for me to make that switch, to get to the point where I want to be more raw, 50%. So anyway, it's
it's hard.
Yeah,
Especially when
it's not an easy thing, but it's you have to make the decision yourself, and you have to and just do it. Little steps every day is what ends up giving you perfect health later. You know, it's if you continue doing the same things that you're doing now, you know, you don't get disease till 20, 30 years down the line, because you've been doing the same thing for 20 or 30 years. So now is the time to start changing those things, and then you see the results down the line. And it's, you know, it's important to at least start very little.
It's got to be hard when all your friends are not into that either. Like you're out in Manhattan and somebody wants to go, let's go have dinner, and they know this great Italian restaurant, and you end up at an Italian restaurant with nothing there but pasta and steak and whatever.
Yeah, that's probably been the reason why I won't go completely raw, because I love to eat from these fine chefs that are in Manhattan especially. They have a lot of great foods to offer. So for me, I love cooked food, and I need it. In my mind, at least, I need it. So so yeah, the thing about that is that if you know ahead of time where you'll be going, you should look at the menu and see if there's going to be something for you there. If not, then you need to eat something beforehand, and then just order maybe an appetizer or salad, something, so you don't feel like you're depriving yourself, and you don't make the people that you're with feel uncomfortable that they're eating and you're not. So there's a fine balance with everything, and I think you have to use, you know, your decision-making process in figuring those things out. But it's not that hard, actually. If you think about it, if you know that what the foods are that you're supposed to be eating or that you want to start eating, then you know you have the mental space to be able to look at the menu and only focus on the ones that are good for you.
We know a lot of people that are in this raw food movement already, and I noticed that, you know, everybody's at a different degree. They call themselves, you know, 40% or 50% or 60% or 80% raw, whatever. And some of them do that. I mean, some of them are completely raw almost. So they'll always suggest a raw food restaurant, and they really are really into it. Others are maybe like 50% raw, and sometimes they'll order a salad and, you know, stick to that, and sometimes they'll just have whatever they want, quesadillas.
Yeah, so I think it's important not to deprive yourself either. And so for me, I think in the weekends we tend to do a lot more social things with friends, and we eat out a lot more. So that's where I'm trying to balance it, because up until recently I was kind of, during the week I'm really religious about eating my 50% or 60%. On the weekends I kind of let it go, which has worked for me, but lately I've just been not liking that anymore. So I want to try and do the whole 7 days of constantly focusing on that, because it's easy to let go and then just to not come back to it. So
and that's the end of this segment. We'll be right back after the jump.
Yeah.